Please give it up for Stacey Bennetts and Mike Votava.
I can't wait to see what Mike does. So I didn't bring a little piece to read, but I thought I would just give you a little sketch of what my book is. It's currently called The Smuggler's Daughter. And Mike got to read a chapter called Georgia, and it starts from when I'm 8. It is nonfiction memoir. My parents took us smuggling from the age of 8, where I helped out distracting federales in the back of a camper in Mexico, and then it goes on through different countries, different states, and he got the Georgia chapter, continues to Singapore and London, and then I put myself through law school and was convicted the last semester of law school of helping to smuggle 32 tons of marijuana. So I got to practice criminal defense law, and this chapter about with Georgia, my sister and I, 14 and 15, we didn't have driver's licenses, and my dad rented a car and filled the trunk with marijuana, put my sister and I in it, and he drove another truck with my mom. And we were speeding, as children are wont to do when they get to drive, and we got pulled over. And so I'm hoping, and then they drove past us.
Put that in the song.
Yeah, I'm hoping that you can tell me what happened, because I kind of blanked out after that. So I hope the song actually has an ending. But we all lived.
Talk about long intros.
Is it? You said it.
Yeesh, Stacey. All right, so I wrote this. I read, just like she said, I read her little story about this, and yeah, there's stuff about the driving and the drugs and all that. A couple of things popped out of me in this story that I wanted to ask you about while you're here. So what was your trip to Jimmy Carter's peanut warehouse? What was that all about?
Well, you know, Jimmy was behind all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind what? The
whole
drugs?
Smugling thing. You know, that was all.
So
No.
Is that something your family did every year? They went to the Jimmy Carter peanut
No.
warehouse?
This was just Georgia. It was a.
Do you even remember going there?
I do remember going there.
Because it's in the
yes.
book.
Yeah, it is in the book. Yeah.
Okay, well, that didn't.
Is that it?
That was pretty good. And then the other thing, I was reading about your. I read it. It wasn't very long, and it came to the part where you actually got pulled over. You and your sister got pulled over by the patrol officer, and you described the sound of the siren that the police car made. Do you remember how you described that?
Was it wee-wah, wee-wah?
Me-ma.
Oh, me-ma.
Me-ma.
It's a technical writing term you probably don't know.
And I don't think I've ever heard a siren. Me-ma. Me-ma, me-ma, me-ma. You know, sirens are typically like, wee, 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 like a wee sound. Me-ma. Is that what you heard, or?
Yeah.
Do they have like special cop cars in Montana?
Yeah. No, this was some other state. It was.
No, it was Montana.
The Mima
book.
state.
All right,
It was on the way home.
Okay, well,
Is that it?
thanks, Stacey.
You're welcome.
Okay, on to my part of the show. I should warn you ahead of time that this song has a difficulty rating of probably about a 6 out of a 10, which is pretty high for me. So if you notice me making mistakes, feel free to boo, just as you did during the trivia show. Okay, here we go. Oh. I forgot to mention that part of the concept of my song, well, is based around like an 8-year-old and them not knowing any better. Like I should have asked Stacey about this when she's on stage, but like, oh, this is just what normal families do. Yeah, we traffic drugs across the country. And so, when you're 8 years old, you just don't know any better. You're sort of at the mercy of your environment. So there's a little bit of that in my song, probably mainly the chorus. And much like what I'm doing right now, my song is full of a lot of just rambling. So this song, it is. It sounds bad. Send me off to school, but don't forget to pack my lunch. Make me drive a Cadillac and stuff it full of drugs. Just because she has a learner's permit doesn't mean that she is qualified to traffic all this weed across Montana. According to our parents, yes it does. At only 8 years old, there's just no way for me to know the way we lived was the opposite of a normal home. It was all the same to me, and there's nothing here to see. Proclaim the officer, please move it right along. Proclaim the officer, please move it right along. This is my favorite chord. D minor. Can't believe you've never been pulled over by the cops. Happens to me all the time, I'm not making this up. Did you see the photo? Did you see the photo? Did you see the photo of our family vacation where we're all standing in front of Jimmy Carter's peanut warehouse? Oh shit. That was my favorite part of the song. I totally fucked it up. I think we put it on our Christmas cards. I'm only 8 years old. There's just no way for me to know the way we lived was the opposite of a normal home. It was all the same to me, just there's nothing here to see. Proclaim the officer, please move it right along. Proclaim the officer, please move it right along. Lights are flashing at us in our rear view. Heart is pounding, sirens, I can hear you. You've heard this part of the song. Meemaw, 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 meemaw. Meemaw, 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 meemaw. Meemaw, 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 meemaw. Meemaw, 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 meemaw. God damn it. Me, Mom. mommy, me, mommy, me, mommy, me, mommy, 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 ma. There we go. I was only 8 years old. It was impossible to know the way we lived was the opposite of a normal home. It was all the same to me, just as nothing here to see. Proclaimed the officer, please move it right along. Proclaimed the officer, please move it right along.